Hey y'all, this was Cooking Carolina, and today we have something very special for y'all. We're going to be doing a smoked brisket. We're going to be doing some old-fashioned pinto beans, and when I say old-fashioned, I mean old-fashioned. I found a recipe from the mid-1800s that would knock your socks off. We're also going to be doing some Parker House rolls. We found the original Parker House roll recipe. It's going to be in a whole separate video, so y'all be sure to check that out. I hope y'all enjoy.
The first thing you're going to do after you unwrap your brisket, you're going to trim it. And you're going to want to get rid of all the globs of fat that's not going to render down, it's not going to melt, anything that you don't want on there after you finish cooking. Then you're going to season. Now, I like to start with the salt. Salt it real good first, and you come back in with your pepper. I like a little bit of garlic on mine. After that, we're just going to wrap ours up and we're going to throw it in the refrigerator. We're doing ours the night before because we're going to be up so early cooking it.
We've got our grill up to 225 degrees. That's about where I want this. Throw this beautiful piece of meat on right here. Throw it on here, you want to throw it with the flat furthest away from the fire, and you want to throw it with your fat side up, just like a pork butt. You want all that fat to render down onto that meat, make it all tender. Now halfway through this, well, probably 3 hours into this, maybe 4 hours into this, we are going to wrap this so we can hold as much moisture into this meat as we can. Okay, so this brisket's been on here for about 4 hours now. And as you can see, she is looking great. What we're going to do now, we are going to take and we're going to wrap it. Oh, buddy, look at that. Take and hit it with some Worcestershire sauce. Okay, a little bit of technical difficulties. As I was saying, I put some Worcestershire sauce back on this, sprinkled a little more seasoning on it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this thing up, and we're going to put it back on the grill for about another 6-7 hours. So you're gonna need to use 2 sheets of butcher paper on a brisket this size. Got that thing wrapped. It's going right back on the smoker. Alright, we got about another 6-7 hours on this thing. We'll be right back with you. Okay, so anybody that knows me knows that I love history. Over the last couple weeks, me and my wife's been diving into some old cookbooks from the 17, 18, early 1900s. Now I ran across a recipe for some pinto beans from about the mid-1800s, and we tried them and it just blew our socks off. So what I'm doing now, I've got 16 ounces of pinto beans. You can do this right from dry beans. You want to put them in some water and you want to let them, bring them to a boil for about 5 minutes. Now after that, they boil 5 minutes, take them off and let them soak for an hour. So right now we're just bringing our beans up to a boil. We're going to let these things boil for about 5 minutes, take them off, let them soak. We'll be right back with y'all. Soak for an hour. We're bringing them back up to a boil right now. Now when you first start, you're going to add that 6 cups of water. You're going to let your beans boil for 5 minutes. You're going to let them sit for an hour. You're going to add 3 more cups of water. Bring them back up to a boil. Now, as they're coming back up to a boil, what I'm going to do, got some salted pork fat here. I've got about 2 onions here. I'm going to saute those down. You want to do this as your water is coming to a boil. Alright, we're going to let them saute for a minute. And that's sauteing. We'll go ahead and I'm going to add my seasoning to the water. So what I've got here, I've got oregano, I've got salt, I've got pepper. I'm just going to I'm going to add that in there. Give that a good stir. This recipe also calls for 1 tablespoon of molasses. We're going to drop us a tablespoon of molasses in here. Nice and stirred up in there. Our onions aren't browning. Alright, now you don't want to saute your onions till they're floppy. You just want them to have still a nice crisp to them when you throw them in that water. They're going to boil down enough in there. Alright, so now we're just going to take our onions, toss them right down in there in our beans. Good stir. Now you're going to let that boil for about an hour and a half till your beans are tender. You'll have some of the best baked beans or best pinto beans ever. We're back. Our brisket's been on here for about 9 hours now. We're hitting our target temps. What you're looking for is about 195. So we're going to pull this thing off. We're going to wrap it up in a towel. We're going to let it sit for an hour. And you don't want to cut into it before that. You want all them juices to redistribute. Soak back down in that meat. So we're going to let this sit and we'll be right back with you. So our brisket is rested now for about an hour. Now we are going to pull it out of here and we're going to see how we've done. Oh, this juice. Oh, y'all, so let's see how we've done. It's already looking good. Now, with this, you want to slice across the grain, and you want to kind of slice thin. Oh, this is so juicy. Alright. Now we got the chive piece. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Like butter. Now we've had an amazing time cooking for y'all today. Our brisket turned out great, our beans turned out great, and our rolls turned out even better. Now I would encourage y'all to look in the description below. Search out these old recipes, because this is stuff that's dying off that we need to keep alive. There's nothing like the old authentic flavors that come from these old recipes. Now I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see y'all next time.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning.